So, as someone who drinks huge amounts of soda and is also a pretty cheap, frugal person who likes to invest, I can't help but ask myself, how much does this cost? If I put it into a compound interest calculator, how much will it cost? Now, I was watching the Tyler Olivieri documentary recently on the soda in Utah, and what I found extremely interesting is that they actually have chains there that just sell soda, like a Starbucks with different mixes, except it's just soda. I thought that's interesting. Why is that? Now, Utah is actually about, according to Google, 42% Mormon population, and they do not drink hot beverages like coffee or tea, and they also don't drink alcohol, which is really interesting because I am not Mormon. However, I am kind of the same way in that I don't drink coffee. I've just never been a fan, but I still want that caffeine fix. So I'll start my day with like a Coke or a Pepsi to start my day. Now I know quitting soda is something I need to do, and I thought maybe the financial aspect can motivate me by seeing how much money, so I can just start drinking water. Okay, so since this is actually the first time hearing about these soda chains, I thought let's check it out because I'm like, oh, that sounds like, what do they make different mixes? That sounds good. Maybe I could get some ideas for at home. So this is really interesting. Swig is one of them, and there's another chain we're going to get to in a minute. But let's just check out Order Now and see if I was to order like what they have. So this is really, really interesting to me. You know, they have a couple snacks, pretzel bites, sweets and treats. Oh, I'm so hungry right now. Cookies, refreshers. So this is all, oh, I see refreshers, different variations of soda. And that's because there's such a high population there that does not drink coffee. So whereas everybody might go to a Starbucks and get their different hot coffee beverages, I guess Starbucks has cold beverages too. But this is really, really interesting to me, and you can create your own $3. And the other chain is Sodalicious. So they also have a menu, mixology, and looks like you can choose your base soda. So I like a Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper, then there's different combinations. Wow. Plus vanilla, cherry, fresh lime. My Jam, Dr. Pear, raspberry puree, coconut, half and half. This is just so interesting. I had to share it in this video before I get to the compounding effect of. Now, I know the obvious, all the negative health benefits of soda, which, you know, this is how I get my caffeine. I should definitely cut back to maybe 1 or 2 a day. Like I drink root beer because root beer is actually the least acidic. It's a much softer carbonation. If you go on Google, it says that root beer is actually better. I mean, there's really, when it comes to soda, I don't think there's really better, but it's better for your teeth than say some of the more intense stuff. I will unfortunately still drink 1 or 2 of these a day, but where that's come after this video and what I've learned, I'll tell you that's coming to an end very soon. So what I try to do is I actually keep on my desk about a half a gallon of Kool-Aid, just so that I feel like I don't want to keep the carbonation on my teeth all the time. So hopefully that's a little bit better. I'm not sure. But now let's get into the compounding effects of how much I could save if I quit soda. And this applies if you're having a coffee a day, a soda a day, whatever your little habit is. We all know, oh, you could buy a Lamborghini. Let's put the numbers in for my personal addiction here. Okay, so now for the math. Assume one of these is $2.50 and I go through one a day. Now, obviously, I buy other sizes depending on, you know, whatever's on sale at the time. But let's be super, super modest with our numbers and assume one of these a day at $2.50. So let's go to the calculator here. 2.5 times just average 30 days a month. Okay, that's $75 a month. Let's say I quit and just drank water out of the tap for free. Let's hit a compound interest calculator over here. So $75 a month. Let's assume 10% return rate, which the S&P 500 over like the last many, many decades is a little bit more than that. And we'll do compounded yearly because that's the annual average. And between now and my retirement age, assuming I retire at 65, the cost of this is, oh my God, I did something wrong. Okay, this is weekly. So this is $75 a month. I invested that and compounded it over time. And now I don't know how much the average, so that's the wrong number, how much the average retirement is, but I think this alone, $342,000 just alone. Now remember, in 38 years, 342,000 is like the new 50,000. But really interesting is total interest earned 308,000. So that is wild. Now, if you're interested in some personal finance, self-improvement, and YouTube topics, go check out my channel. I have a whole bunch more videos